Some would call it swag, some call it cockiness, some would call it being a diva. When you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see, a playoff team from last year, the Clemson Tigers, taking on the runner-up from last year's national championship, the LSU Tigers. 48 Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, can't wait to get this one started. The Tigers ready to get this thing started and open the season. And as the ball makes its way into the end. It'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. You think the fans are ready for this one? The booth's shaking underneath us, guys. Looking downfield on first down. Makes the grab over the middle. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Nice route there by the tight end, making it real easy for his quarterback to find an easy completion.
That's the type of explosive play you love to start a drive with. First down from the 42. On the ground, it's Davidson. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. Doesn't matter what time of season it is, a top 10 win is a top 10 win, and you know the underdogs would love to make a statement.
No doubt about it. When you've got a very low number beside your name, you're going to get everybody's best shot. And that's what this team is expecting from their opponent today. A lot of eyeballs watching this game, David. A lot of expectations on this team. Now it's time to see if they can deliver.
Yeah, and the offseason was so much more important when you know you're playing a highly ranked team to start the season. Attention to detail higher, excitement higher, a chance to go out and prove something very early in the season.
Quick pass to the left, trying to get it to the marker. That'll be enough for the first down, and they'll mark it at the 48. David, that is a great security blanket for a quarterback to have a tight end to make those conversions.
Dang right. Find the big fella on third and short. Dependable, clutch, nice hands, first down.
Out of the gun to give to the back. And they picked up 9 on first down. It'll bring up second and short. Now, guys, when you're talking about Clemson, a big-name running back, always a great get in the recruiting world. 4-star running back they got last week. Seems as if he'll fit in nicely here.
Oh, he's going to be a great fit. I mean, when you get a great player like that, the whole fan base gets jacked up. You see it all over social media, and it starts to build some momentum in your recruiting class.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. But couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Wants to throw on first down. Finds the tight end. Oh, what a cut! All the way down to the 25-yard line. They move the sticks. It's first down. Really good job working through his progression. You get it to him quickly, and the big tight end has a chance to run a little.
And a really good job by the QB throwing an accurate throw. I got to hit those guys on the move, on the run, so they can do this. They can catch the football, get upfield, and chew up some extra yards.
You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early. We're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. And on 4th down, here comes the field goal unit. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Absolutely perfect. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. On the move, it's Durham. There he goes. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
That's a really nice run. One thing I love about him is he's got versatility. Reminds me of a guy I used to play against back in the day, Kevin Falk. He could catch the ball, he could run the ball, he could block, he returned kicks. He did everything for the LSU Tigers, and this guy, he's got that ability too. So many different tools in his toolbox.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Might be changing the route. Back to throw. It's Van Buren. Makes the grab. It's Hill. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't make the connection on 3rd down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
They'll get down and put a stop to the return at about the 28-yard line. They can put together a drive starting from their own 28. Try to get it to the edge. Boom. They make the stop after a gain of 3 to the 31.
Well, this is a running back that gets stronger as the game goes on, and they try to get him going early on the toss play, Reese.
And if we start stretching the defense sideways, sometimes a little vulnerable in the middle later in the game.
Yeah, that might open an opportunity for a play action. Maybe fake the toss and see if you can get a tight end or a slot receiver down the middle of the field.
And offenses keep track of yards after catch consistently. There was none there. Nice job by the defense swarming to the football as soon as he caught it and getting him on the ground.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. And the third down pass is incomplete.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on third down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on third down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
Coverage team gets the job done, and they'll mark him down at the 38-yard line. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. To the air, it's Van Buren. Got a man, it's Anderson. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Lots of time left and ready to go back at it here in the second quarter.
3, LSU, 0.
Had a chance to talk it over during the break, and they'll start with second down. Wants to adjust the pattern. Second down, they'll go to the air. Moving away from pressure. Complete to the left. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. Death Valley has a well-earned rep of being intimidating. It is nice to be the quarterback, to have everything on your side.
And have everything quiet. It's the loudest place by far that I ever played. I mean, for an entire game.
Pressure is effective from the defense. They knock him down just behind the midfield stripe at the 48.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast. He's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
The Tigers have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's second and a mile. Oh, they're after him. Couldn't find anyone open here, and he'll live to fight another play. It'll be third down.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so third in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
And the Tigers need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. With the catch, it's Berry. Turning it on! Brought down at the 20-yard line after ripping off the big play.
I know this isn't the start the offense wanted. They don't have any points so far in this game, but sometimes it just takes one explosive play to turn things around. And after that beautiful completion deep for the offense, that should give them a little confidence, a little momentum. They've now got us to be able to score points on this drive.
And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. What an offseason in the recruiting department, reeling in a top 10 class, and you've got to think that's going to help.
Man, yeah, it's just nice when you get some recruiting and some excitement, right? Get a top.
Intercepted to stop the threat.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away, and the defense took advantage with the interception.
Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
And there's so much for a quarterback to think about. Stick it out in the belly. Do I pull it? Now when I pull it, oh, I got to get my feet set, make an accurate throw to the right guy. So a lot of things going on, and I think that you saw that led to a little bit of inaccuracy.
work to do here on 2nd and long. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on 2nd down. That brings up 3rd down.
Well, that looked like it was going to be a completion, but how about the defender making the hit and forcing the incompletion?
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the wideout. Catch in the middle, it's Lee. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is. You saw it right there on that play.
Going to swing it on 2nd down. And he throws down the gut of the defense. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
Third and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. He's got it inside the 30. And they pick up a better than 30 yards on that completion before the defense brings him down. Clemson set up with another 1st down. To the air on 1st down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
And that's just a huge missed opportunity on offense. QB missed his guy wide open in the end zone. You might not get another clean look like that in the rest of this game.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Wants to throw again. Forced out of the pocket. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. This one's complete. The stop is made, but this offense is threatening 1st and goal from the 9.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man, oh man, the ball carrier was just shut down.
And I tell you what, they need some push up front too, right? They got to move those defensive linemen out of the way, at least create a hole so your running back has a chance. Not there, he didn't have it.
Looking for the end zone, and he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Tigers! Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line up front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
That one bounds through the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Making side adjustments here. Motion from the wideout. Looking for a man. It's Van Buren. Pocket breaking down. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on 1st down.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. Throws to the back. Got it in the middle. It's Berry. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing at running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
The offense just has not been able to find a way to get their rhythm going here in the first half. We just haven't seen it in the passing game. That was a really good example of it again. If they're going to score more points in the second half, they've got to make some adjustments here at halftime.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got his man downfield. They just gashed the defense on that one, and they've got it down to the 23.
And this defense is going to have their hands full because they're going to need to be comfortable with guys one-on-one on islands in the perimeter of the field. They're just going to have to make better plays than what we saw right there. They knew this offense was going to try to be aggressive. Got to need better effort in the back end for this defense moving forward.
They have been stagnant on offense, but finally a little forward movement as they've got a 1st and 10. Quarterback making checks. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
Unleashes to the end zone. Touchdown, Bayou Bengals. Made the grab in the end zone for the score.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. These little gains can start to add up as he gets it up to the 34. Clemson is quick to the line. Back to pass. Quick completion on the out.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense catching the football.
They'll snap it from the 36. They've got a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Pulls it in. It's Lee. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. They'll immediately call timeout.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Wants to go up top. Grabbed in the middle. It's Davidson. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49. The Tigers come to the line with a new set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. He makes a catch. He gets it down to the 30-yard line, and time is running short here in the first half. Looking downfield on first down. Quickly to the tight end. He gets right to the edge of the red zone. He's out of bounds at the 20.
Well, the tight end shows off his speed. You see his ability there to separate from the defender trying to cover him on that drag in.
The Tigers come to the line. This situation, you might see a shot play. Back to throw, time running short in the half. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Got room on the return. And it just turns out to be a missed opportunity. You get the ball in the red zone, and you turn it over.
Momentum, it plays a big role for teams and especially for offenses. And when you have chances like that, when you're down in this area of the field, you've got to be able to come away with points. Even if it's not going to be a touchdown, you are not leaving this area of the field without putting at least 3 up on the board. Missed opportunity for the owner.
Here comes the heat. Looking to scramble. Running into the open space. And he scurries out of bounds and wisely avoids taking the big hit.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy. Because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want him to be physical.
Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Trying to take it back. Inside the 30. Inside the touchdown, Clemson. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Yeah, and the free safety roaming the middle of the field, and you can see just reading the quarterback's eyes. And how about the break on the football, taking a great angle to pick it off and then do some damage and make the big play for this defense to score some points.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Back to throw. It's Van Buren. Steps away. Fires downfield. He's got it. He stopped at the 40, but it'll be a first down here late in the half. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Wants to throw on first down. Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. And the Tigers with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wants to fire on second down. Here's a heat. Looking for room at the 40. And he gets out of there and gets some yardage and gets down without taking any punishment. The offense calls timeout, and they won't have any more left this half. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. Clemson will kick this deep to get the second half underway. The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quarterback adapting. He's going to run it. Crosses the 40. Across the 40 out of bounds and the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
Well, I think you're starting to see some examples of why this guy is inexperienced in a freshman quarterback, right? Obviously, he's thrown a couple picks earlier in the game. That scramble right there, he's got to get down. He's got to take care of himself.
And here's the third interception of the night. Not a lot of room on the return, but he'd already gotten the most important thing, the ball, and they have it at the 46. And the offense came out aggressively here in the second half, but they can't put the drive together and spit it up on the turnover.
I'll tell you, this defense has a lot of athletes, and they've got a lot of guys with ball skills. If you put the football anywhere around them in their vicinity and their ability to catch the football, they'll come down with it. This quarterback has got to be way more careful here in the second half.
That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Man, when I can run the football like that on first down and create second and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
Power football with the run.
Well, they needed 2 yards for that first down. The running back doing just enough to make sure he keeps this drive alive.
They have a first down at the 41-yard line. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This is a tight end that not only is going to play with his hand in the ground, but he can line up in the slot as well and attack the defense vertically. He's too fast for linebackers to cover, and he's too big for DBs to cover. He's a real weapon in this offense.
To the air on first down. Quarterback strolling away from heat. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Setting up the screen. They drag him down, but not before he's moved the chains, and the screen pass is effective.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead, they know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some vertical throws. That was really, really good thinking on that last play call by the offense.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
And that is a huge missed opportunity for the quarterback. You've got your guy wide open in the end zone. You're not under pressure. You just got to hit him. That ball got away. That's one he'd like to have back.
They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. From the gun, wants to pass. Intercepted. They were back in their own end, and they stopped the drive. Taking it the other way. 30, the 20. He's at touchdown Tigers. The defense takes matters into its own hands.
He made that look a lot easier than it is. When you break on a football, you got to see it and go at the perfect angle. The free safety leaves his spot, goes and gets it, and then does the hard part, takes it back to the house for 6.
He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. He'll get this drive started from the 29. Toss to the outside. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, they want to come out and try to get the run game established, but up front defensively, they made a play. They gave up nothing on that one.
got to find some breathing room if you're going to establish yourself on the ground, and there wasn't any that time.
Yeah, Reese, I wonder now if this offense is maybe going to try to get to the perimeter of the field and see if they can use their speed to hurt this defense.
When I'm a quarterback and I see zone and I see my guy curl up real quick, I got to hum it. And he threw that thing with some revolutions, with some velocity right to his receiver so he can make the catch.
And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Wants to go up top on first down. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And the defense catches a break on that one. And this guy's not a superstar, but he's pretty dang reliable. And we talked to them about this guy. Like, he's kind of the security blanket for the quarterback. And him to drop that football doesn't happen often. You take those lucky things when you can get them.
With the catch, it's Moore. He makes a little bit of headway and is pushed out of bounds at the 43.
I think really good wide receivers do a good job of making every route kind of look the same. You could tell this looked like a vertical route. So if I'm a DB, I'm bailing, and then all of a sudden he sits that hitch down. Nice job by the wide receiver, creating enough separation to create a positive gain.
They're going to go to the air on 3rd and short. That's reeled in. It's Davidson. Breaks into the open. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
They'll move the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. Nice move to keep running. They make the stop at the 2, but he's got enough to give them a 1st and goal.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They've moved it forward to the 2. Now it's 2nd and goal. Oh, he'll keep it on the draw. Going right back to the well, and this time he finds water. Gets it into the end zone for the touchdown.
And the offense continues to run the football. The 2nd rushing touchdown from the running back. The offensive line paving holes. Continue to feed this man the ball.
And he added the extra point. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. The give to the back. Oh, he's got some space. Across midfield and out of bounds at the 49. A big pickup there. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th.
14.
They go back to work with a first down in the final period of this one. Motion from the wide receiver. Dropping back, it's Van Buren. Under fire. Caught over the middle, it's Anderson.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
The Tigers in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to fire. Quick pass and catch, good enough for the first down. Didn't need a lot, but they got enough. You can hand it to him, you can throw it to him. Either way, he's making his presence felt.
Those are your favorite plays, Reese, the him plays, right? Finding ways to get him the ball because he can make plays, whether it's running or receiving out of the backfield. They're going to continue to highlight this guy.
LSU with the 1st and 10 here. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pulls it in. It's Durham. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that 1st down mark.
You know, and that's why this guy can play 1st, 2nd, and 3rd down. You've already seen him earlier in the drive rip off some nice runs, but he can catch the football as well. They're going to find ways to get him going in all sorts of ways, but you're seeing it specifically on this drive.
The Tigers with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. Second down, he'll throw it. Here's the pressure. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
That's another example of just really good football. This is why they've built the lead here in the 2nd half. Nice job pressuring the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, coming into somebody else's building and keeping it really, really quiet.
And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning.
Well, they try to spit it out to the running back on the perimeter of the field. You saw the speed and recognition by the defense, though, how quickly they were able to get to the back and get him down for a big loss.
He boomed it through a 50-yard field goal, showing off that powerful back. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, let's take a look at what's happening in this exciting college football game. Troy is ahead in this one. This team plays a fun brand of football there in the Fun Belt, but they're a long way from closing this out. They're up by 11 over Sam Houston. We'll circle back if anything big happens you need to know about.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. He'll do it himself on the draw. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Back to pass. He's going for a big play downfield. Makes the grab on the left side. How about this senior picking up some yardage and making a nice play on that one?
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at him. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time. Blown the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball.
And that's a really good play by this quarterback. I mean, you usually keep inside leverage. You don't want to give up anything easy over the middle. But nice job playing the out route, getting his hand on the football, and making the deflection.
These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now breaking the field. And that's a live ball. Recovered by the defense, and he's off. He almost popped out of there for a huge return, but they will take it. They are in business after the fumble recovery.
Dude, you're in such a great position. You got the lead. Clock's winding down. I got to put some drives together. The last thing I can do is give the ball back to the other team. Horrible fumble. Big-time costly mistake.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Wide receiver going in motion. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes at the 33.
When it's a play-action pass, that quarterback, he really has to sell the fake. He can't tell his offensive lineman's getting beat right away while he's selling the fake. He had no shot.
And the Tigers now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Might be calling a hot route. Looking downfield, it's Van Buren. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. Unleashes one. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection. Well, the defense didn't get caught napping there. In this situation, you know they have to stay alert for the deep ball.
Yeah, so what defense am I going to call? I'm going to keep some DBs back deep. I'm going to keep my safety a little bit deeper, understanding they're down. They're going to have to attack down the field. I'm going to stick to my passing sets, my nickels, my dimes.
On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. Rolling, throwing, looking right. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. First play of this drive will start from the 31-yard line. Tries to do it himself on the draw. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snapping it. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
They'll run the ball. The clock is on their side. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. They'll try to get the first through the air. Punts it out of the air. Ran through the... He smashes his way through again. Flying down the right side. And he slipped through the crowd, and he'll house it. Touchdown, Tigers. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. Munches ahead, they'll give him a yard to the 13.
It's definitely too early to panic, but there's some bad feelings going on for this offense right now. You're way down on the scoreboard. I know we're still in the first half, but after that last play, it's pretty obvious. You can't run the ball. You're becoming a one-dimensional offense at a time when you need to be able to score some points. So either get it done through the air or you've got to be more physical up front.
The give to the right. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
That's such a great physical play by the defense because this is one of the bigger, more physical running backs you'll see in the country, and we're used to seeing him push the pile the other direction. Not that time. It's the big guys up front on defense getting penetration, and they're sending him back for a tackle for it.
That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
This offensive line is not going to like watching the film back tomorrow when they get the opportunity, because they have gotten beat time and time again up front, especially in passing situations. All of the hits, all of the sacks that this quarterback has taken is the biggest reason why they're going to lose this game.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Good field position to start this drive at their own 47. The give on the inside. Not much working there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The give to the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge 3rd down coming. Looking to throw. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
Here we are late in the game, and this secondary, they are still covered. They forced the QB to hold on to it, and then he bailed out, trying to buy himself more time. And because he couldn't get rid of the football so quickly early, that allowed the pass rush to get to him.
And the returner will be brought down. Well, you don't see this very often. So much for fighting until the bitter end, as they'll take the unvictory formation. Guys, I think we all expected this game to be close. A couple of teams of this caliber, but boy, what a stick.